Allah created the world without rest, fatigue, or weakness, unlike the teachings of other religions. Bismillah, IRM. My dear brothers and sisters, welcome once again to Wisdom from the Minbar with Mallam JIJI. Today we enter a subject every parent, every teacher, every youth, and every believer must take seriously. We live in a time when information is everywhere, but not every piece of information is pure, safe, or beneficial. Islam encourages us to seek knowledge, but it also warns us against knowledge that misguides, weakens faith, or corrupts the heart. The Prophet Muhammad taught us a powerful dua. O Allah, I seek refuge in you from knowledge that does not benefit. So today we ask, what knowledge does Islam honor, and what knowledge does Islam forbid us from studying, especially in modern schools? This is not just a lesson. It is a warning, a wake-up call, a call for parents to guard what their children learn, a call for students to choose knowledge that builds their iman, and a call for the entire Ummah to return to the wisdom that connects us to Allah. Before we begin, my beloved audience, please subscribe to Wisdom from the Minbar with Mallam JIJI. Like this video, share it, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Your engagement helps us spread beneficial Islamic reminders to more people. Stay with me till the end. Today's message can protect your heart, your family, and your future. The Muslim understanding of Allah, perfect, eternal, and beyond creation. Bismillah Ar-Rahman. My dear brothers and sisters, before we speak about how Allah created the world without rest, fatigue, or weakness, we must begin with the foundation of everything in Islam, knowing who Allah truly is. Because if you understand Allah correctly, nothing about creation will confuse you again. Islam teaches us something that no other religion preserves with this level of purity. Allah is absolutely perfect. No flaw, no limit, no weakness, no comparison, no partner, no helper, no equal. He is the beginning without a beginning, the end without an ending, the one who was always there, even when there was no sky, no earth, no angels, no humans, no time, no space, nothing but him. Every other religion in the world tries to explain God in human terms. Some say God rested. Some say God slept. Some say God became tired. Some say God became a man. Some say God needed help. Some say God fought with something. Some say God changed his mind. Some say God was limited by creation. But Islam says clearly, Subhana Rabbika, glory be to your Lord. He is far above what they attribute to him. Allah is not like anything you can imagine. He does not resemble his creation, and his creation does not resemble him. Every Muslim must understand this deeply because it is the foundation of your Aqidah, the foundation of your Tawhīd, and the foundation of your relationship with Allah. Let me take you deeper. When we hear the name Allah, we are not speaking about a force or a spirit floating around or a man sitting somewhere or a creature with a shape. No, we are speaking about Al-Hayy Al-Qayyum, the ever-living, the one who sustains everything, yet needs nothing. Your heart beats because he wills it. Your breath flows because he allows it. Your eyes see because he grants sight. Your sleep restores you because he designed it. Your body weakens because he created weakness inside you. Your mind forgets because he allowed forgetfulness. Your soul moves because he permits it. And yet, he does not eat. He does not sleep. He does not rest. He does not get tired. He does not weaken. He does not depend on anything. And nothing can limit him. When a Muslim prays, Allahu Akbar, it means Allah is greater than anything your mind can picture. So when someone asks, how did Allah create the world? The right answer begins with this. Allah does not create like humans create. A human must use effort. Allah uses no effort. A human must gather materials. Allah creates materials. A human must learn. Allah is the creator of knowledge. A human becomes tired. Allah never becomes tired. Even when we worship Allah, we become tired, but the one we worship never tires. Even when we praise Allah, our tongue becomes dry, but the one we praise never weakens. Even when we call on Allah, our breath runs out, but the one we call upon never runs out of mercy. This is the difference between the Creator and the creation. My brothers and sisters, this is why Allah says, La ta'khudhuhu sinatun wala nawm. No drowsiness overtakes him, nor sleep. Do you know what this means? It means Allah never blinks, never gets exhausted, never shuts down, never needs rest, never slows down, even for a fraction of a second. Unlike human rulers who become tired, take breaks, eat, sleep, grow old, and eventually die, Allah's rule is constant and eternal. He manages every star in the sky, every angel that moves, every raindrop that falls, every leaf that drops from a tree, every heartbeat inside your chest, every soul in the womb of a mother, every event on earth and in the heavens, all without any fatigue. He doesn't need to recharge. He doesn't need to recover. He doesn't need a nap. He doesn't need a pause. His power never decreases. His will never slows. His knowledge never fades. His mercy never finishes. His authority never shakes. And that, my brothers and sisters, is why when we talk about creation in Islam, we talk with certainty, confidence, and clarity. Because a God who becomes tired is not worthy of worship. A God who rests is not worthy of worship. A God who weakens is not worthy of worship. A God who becomes human is not worthy of worship. A God who sleeps is not worthy of worship. But Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the one whose power is limitless, the one whose perfection is absolute, He alone is worthy of worship. And so we begin our journey into this topic by first reminding you, before Allah created the world, He was perfect. After creating the world, He remained perfect. And if He wished, He could erase the world and bring a new one without any effort. The creation changes. Allah does not change. The creation weakens. Allah does not weaken. The creation needs rest. Allah does not rest. This is the foundation. This is chapter 1. This is the Muslim understanding of who Allah is. A creator unlike anything in His creation, perfect in every way, forever and always. How Allah created the universe. Be, and it is. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. My dear brothers and sisters, after understanding in chapter 1 who Allah truly is, perfect without weakness, without rest, without any need, we now move to the next great truth. How did Allah create the universe? Islam gives us an answer so powerful, so simple, yet so deep that no human mind can fully grasp it. Allah created the universe with a single command. Kun fayakun. Be, and it is. No tools, no materials, no planning committee, no construction phase, no trial and error, no struggle, no fatigue, no blueprint, no delay, just a divine command. And from absolute nothingness came existence. This is why Muslims never picture Allah sweating, resting, laboring, or pushing. Because creation for Allah is not an effort. It is a command, and His command is perfect. Let's go step by step into what this means. 1. From non-existence to existence. Before creation, there was nothing. Not emptiness, not darkness, not space, not time, nothing but Allah. Then Allah said, be, and suddenly time began. Space expanded. Angels came into existence. The pen was created. The tablet was created. Destiny was written. The heavens were raised. The earth was spread. The mountains were placed. The oceans were poured. And every atom was positioned. Without effort. Allah did not use His hands to shape the stars. He did not gather dust to form the planets. He did not work for 6 days and collapse on the 7th. He did not rest. He did not tire. He simply willed, and creation appeared. 2. The 6 days of creation without fatigue. Some people misunderstand. They say, but Islam also mentions that Allah created the heavens and earth in 6 days. So did Allah rest on the 7th day? The answer is simple. No. Islam rejects this completely. Listen to Allah's own words. We created the heavens and the earth and everything between them in 6 days, and no fatigue touched us. Subhanallah. Allah Himself clarifies that the 6 days were not days of struggle, not days of effort, Not days of exhaustion, but days of divine command and perfect wisdom. Why 6 days? Because Allah chose so, to teach humans order, progression, and planning. Not because Allah needed 6 days. Not because He needed time. Not because He needed energy. Allah could have created everything in 1 hour, 1 second, 1 blink, 1 command. But He chose 6 days to show His authority and to guide His creation, not out of weakness. 3. The sun, the moon, and the stars, signs, not struggles. When humans build anything, they get tired. Building a house exhausts them. Fixing a car drains them. Even writing a book makes them weak. But look how Allah creates. The sun, a burning star millions of times bigger than Earth, exists effortlessly by His command. The moon, perfectly placed to regulate tides and time, moves in obedience to Him. The billions of stars, spreading across galaxies, shine without requiring any maintenance from their creator. Allah does not refuel the stars. He does not recharge the sun. He does not rest between celestial cycles. He simply says be, and they are. 4. Creation continues every moment without rest. My brothers and sisters, creation is not something Allah did once and then retired. No, Allah is creating every second. He gives life to every newborn. He takes the soul of every dying human. He opens every door of sustenance. He closes every chapter of destiny. He commands every angel. He directs every raindrop. He protects every believer. He tests every heart. And despite controlling every atom in the universe simultaneously, not a single weakness touches Him. Humans get overwhelmed managing one task. But Allah manages infinite tasks, perfectly, effortlessly, eternally. 5. The angels carry out His commands, not because Allah needs help. Some religions say their God becomes tired and needs assistance. But Islam teaches that angels help not because Allah is weak, but because Allah honors the angels by giving them roles. Allah doesn't need Jibril to deliver revelation. He chooses to honor Jibril. Allah doesn't need Mikael to send down rain. He chooses to honor Mikael. Allah doesn't need the angel of death to take souls. He could take all souls with one command. But He honors the angel by giving him that duty. This is the difference. Other religions say God uses helpers out of weakness. Islam says Allah gives roles out of greatness. 6. No rest, no fatigue, because perfection cannot weaken. Let us be clear. The idea that Allah rests is an insult to His majesty. Rest is for weak creatures. Sleep is for tired bodies. Fatigue is for limited beings. Allah is above all weakness. Allah is above all resemblance. Allah is above all human limitations. Islam protects the purity of Tawhīd by teaching that the Creator is nothing like His creation. When Allah creates, He does not lose energy. He does not need to recover. He does not need to take a break. Creation never drains Him. Creation never reduces Him. Creation never weakens Him. His power is infinite. His strength is absolute. His will is unstoppable. 7. Be, and it is the divine signature of creation. Every religion struggles to explain creation, but Islam gives one answer that settles everything. When Allah wills something, it happens instantly. No force can reject His command. No creature can resist His decree. No delay exists between His will and the outcome. He says be, and reality obeys instantly. This is why the universe functions perfectly. Not because of science, not because of nature, not because of luck, but because the Creator never tires. My brothers and sisters, the message is simple yet profound. Allah does not create like humans. Allah does not get tired like humans. Allah does not rest like humans. Allah is not limited like humans. He creates with a command, controls with a command, and sustains with a command, effortlessly, majestically, and eternally. This is the Islamic understanding of creation. This is the difference between Islam and other religions. This is the beauty of believing in a perfect Creator. refuting the idea that God rested, comparing Islam and other religions. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. My beloved brothers and sisters, in Chapter 1 we understood the perfection of Allah. In Chapter 2, we saw how He created the heavens and the earth with a single command, without fatigue, without rest, without weakness. Now, in Chapter 3, we address a critical misunderstanding that many people carry about God, even intelligent believers, and contrast it with Islam. 1. The misconception in other religions. Some religions teach that God created the world and then rested on the seventh day. The Bible says, "By the seventh day, God finished His work which He had done, and He rested on the seventh day from all His work which He had done." Genesis 2, verse 2. At first glance, this seems harmless. But let us examine. Why would the all-powerful, eternal Creator need to rest? Does the one who commands the universe, the one who sustains every breath, suddenly become tired after 6 days? Does the one who is beyond time experience fatigue or weakness? From an Islamic perspective, this is impossible. 2. Islam rejects anthropomorphism. Islam strongly protects Tawhīd, the oneness and uniqueness of Allah. The Qur'an says in Surah Al-Iql, say, "He is Allah, one, Allah, the eternal refuge. He neither begets nor is born, and there is none comparable to Him." Quran 112:1-4. Allah cannot resemble His creation. Sleep, rest, weakness, or fatigue are qualities of created beings, not the Creator. To attribute these qualities to Allah is shirk in thought, even if unintentional. The Quran confirms this explicitly. La ta'khudhuhu sinatun wala nawm. Fatigue and sleep never touch Him. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:255, Ayat al-Kursi. This is why in Islam, we say with confidence, Allah never rests. Allah never tires. Allah never weakens. 3. Why other religions portray God as needing rest. In human logic, after work comes rest. After effort comes exhaustion. After creation comes pause. This is the anthropomorphic error, attributing human limits to God. When humans read sacred texts with human reasoning, they naturally imagine God as a human-like being, needing food, needing sleep, needing recovery. Islam warns us against this error. It teaches that the Creator is completely unlike creation. He is free from all limitations. 4. The consequences of misunderstanding God. Why does this matter to us? If people think God becomes tired, weak, or needs rest, they may underestimate His power. They may doubt His control over the universe. They may neglect worship, thinking God can take a break. They may accept false teachings about His nature. But Islam reminds us that Allah is fully aware, fully capable, and fully in control at all times. Even when creation seems chaotic, storms, earthquakes, injustice, Allah is never tired, never weak, never negligent. 5. Understanding Allah's perfection in creation. Let's compare. Other religions say, God rested after creating the world. Islam says, Allah created the heavens and the earth in 6 periods, and no fatigue touched Him. Other religions imply, God needs to pause and recover. Islam emphasizes, Allah commands, and creation obeys. Allah sustains, and nothing escapes Him. Allah never tires, never rests, never weakens. This is a clear, decisive difference. It is not a minor detail. It is the essence of who the Creator is. 6. How this shapes our faith. Understanding that Allah never rests changes the way a believer sees. Worship becomes more sincere. You worship a perfect Lord, not a tired one. Reliance, tawakkul, becomes stronger. If He never tires, He can always respond. Fear and hope are balanced. Fear of disobedience, hope in mercy, respect and awe deepen, because the Creator is majestic, eternal, and unbounded. A believer who understands this truth cannot be weak in faith, because he knows Allah is always in control. 7. Reflection and reminder. My brothers and sisters, do not let anyone tell you that God is like humans. Do not be deceived by words that seem simple but carry deep theological mistakes. Allah is beyond human logic. He is beyond fatigue. He is beyond rest. He is beyond weakness. This understanding is essential before we explore the next chapters, where we will see signs of Allah's endless power in the universe and how every moment of creation demonstrates His perfection. Remember, when you worship Allah, when you trust Him, when you reflect on His creation, know this fundamental truth. Allah never rests, never tires, never weakens, and unlike other religions, Islam preserves this knowledge perfectly. Signs of Allah's endless power in the universe. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. My dear brothers and sisters, after understanding who Allah truly is and how He created the universe without fatigue, weakness, or rest, we now turn to the signs of His endless power all around us. Every creation, every event, every detail in this universe points to the perfection and limitless might of Allah. Reflecting upon these signs strengthens our faith and increases our love and awe of Him. 1. The sun and the moon, perfect order without effort. Consider the sun. It shines day and night, providing light and warmth to billions of creatures. It never tires, it never fails, it never misses a single rotation. Now consider the moon. It governs the tides, regulates the calendar, and illuminates the night. It moves in perfect rhythm, without rest, without delay. All this happens without any strain on Allah. No pause, no fatigue, no need for tools. This is the first sign. The universe runs effortlessly under His command. 2. The stars and galaxies, infinite testimony of power. Look at the billions of stars and galaxies. Each star shines with its own light. Each galaxy rotates with its own rhythm. Planets orbit perfectly. Comets fly across space at incredible speed. All of it, my brothers and sisters, is sustained without weakening Allah's power. He does not need rest, and He does not need to fix anything. Every star, every orbit, every movement is a sign of Allah's limitless energy and wisdom. 3. Life and growth, from the tiny to the massive. Now look at life on Earth. From the tiniest atom to the smallest insect to the largest whale in the oceans, Allah sustains them all. Plants grow from seeds. Birds fly effortlessly. Fish swim in the seas. Trees produce fruit year after year. And every living creature receives sustenance. Notice carefully, this does not tire Allah. He does not sweat. He does not pause. He does not grow weak. Every drop of rain, every heartbeat, every cycle of life is evidence of His unending power and mercy. 4. Weather, oceans, and natural phenomena, constant reminders. The rain falls in precise amounts. Rivers flow in perfect paths. Mountains remain steady. Winds blow at exact speeds. Storms rage and lightning strikes. Yet nothing overwhelms Allah. He does not need to rest between events. He does not become exhausted managing storms or floods. Every storm, every calm day, every shifting wind is a sign that He alone is in full control of the universe. 5. Human life and the soul, divine precision. Even humans are a reflection of Allah's power. Our bodies function without conscious effort. Our hearts beat thousands of times per day without our command. Our eyes, ears, and minds work continuously. Our souls are breathed into us by Allah Himself. Yet the one who gave us life is never fatigued by His creation. He manages every soul, every life, every action, perfectly and endlessly. This reminds us of Surah Al-Mulk, verse 15. It is He who made the earth manageable for you. So walk through its paths and eat of His provision. Every blessing we enjoy is proof of His care and limitless power. 6. Continuous creation, no pause, no rest. Creation does not stop. Every second, Allah sustains. The orbits of the planets, the tides in the oceans, the breathing of all creatures, the movement of all angels, the unfolding of every event in history. And through all this, Allah does not rest. He does not slow down. He does not weaken. Islam teaches that everything in the universe is a living testimony of Allah's perfection and endless power. 7. Reflection for the believer. My dear brothers and sisters, reflecting on these signs has 3 powerful effects on the heart of a believer. Tawakkul, complete reliance on Allah. Knowing that Allah never tires or rests strengthens our trust that He can manage any difficulty in our lives. Taqwa, fear and obedience. Seeing His endless power reminds us to obey and revere Him, because nothing is hidden from Him. Shukr, gratitude. The perfect order of creation, sustained without effort, calls us to thank Allah continually for His mercy and wisdom. When you see the sunrise, remember Allah never tires. When you look at the night sky, remember Allah never rests. When you hear the rain or feel the wind, remember Allah's command sustains everything, effortlessly. The universe itself is a living, breathing reminder that the Creator is perfect, eternal, and beyond human limitations. And so, my beloved Ummah, when we reflect on these signs, our faith grows stronger, our love for Allah deepens, and our hearts find peace in knowing that the one who controls all of existence never tires, never rests, and never weakens. Misunderstanding God. How wrong beliefs led people astray. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My dear brothers and sisters, after seeing Allah's perfection and the signs of His endless power in creation, we now address a critical lesson. Why misunderstanding God can lead people far from the truth. Many people are deceived, not because they are ignorant, but because they misinterpret the nature of the Creator. And one of the most common errors across religions is attributing human limitations to God. 1. Anthropomorphism, giving God human traits. When humans imagine God as tired, weak, or resting, this is called anthropomorphism, giving God human traits. Some believe God sleeps. Some believe God eats. Some believe God rests after work. Some believe God can be surprised, frustrated, or dependent. Every one of these ideas is incompatible with the Islamic understanding of Allah. Allah says in Surah Al-Iql, He is Allah, the One. Allah, the eternal refuge. He neither begets nor is born, and there is none comparable to Him. When we ascribe human traits to Allah, we misunderstand His essence, and this misunderstanding can weaken faith and lead to misguided worship. 2. How wrong beliefs affect worship. Why does this matter to us? If someone believes that God rests, they might think God is limited in power. They might believe that their sins go unnoticed when God rests. They might assume God cannot handle multiple responsibilities. They may question divine planning, thinking God can make mistakes or get tired. All of this leads to a distorted view of Allah, which can weaken a believer's confidence in prayer, reliance, and obedience. Islam corrects this by teaching that Allah never tires, never rests, never weakens. 3. The danger of mixing human logic with divine reality. Many people read stories of creation, miracles, and divine intervention and try to understand them with human logic. Humans work, so they assume God works. Humans get tired, so they assume God tires. Humans need rest, so they assume God rests. But this is a trap. Allah is not like His creation, and His methods are beyond human comprehension. The Qur'an says in Surah Al-Shura 42:11, There is nothing like unto Him, and He is the all-hearer, the all-seer. Nothing in creation can limit Allah, and nothing human experience teaches us can be applied to Him. 4. Examples of misunderstanding across religions. Let us examine some examples. In some religions, God rested on the 7th day. Some belief systems imagine God as struggling to create the world. Others think God needs assistance to maintain the universe. Islam teaches none of these are true. Allah manages creation perfectly, endlessly, and effortlessly. He does not delegate out of weakness. He delegates out of honor and wisdom, as seen with the angels. He does not pause, slow down, or take breaks. 5. How correct understanding strengthens the believer. Believers who understand Allah's perfection pray with confidence. They know Allah hears, sees, and responds. Trust in His decree. They understand that nothing escapes his knowledge or power. Maintain reverence and awe, knowing the Creator is beyond weakness. They never become arrogant. Avoid false beliefs. They are not tempted to accept ideas that contradict the Qur'an and Sunnah. This is why correct understanding of Allah's nature is essential for correct faith and practice. 6. Reflection. Avoiding the trap of misunderstanding. Whenever you hear teachings about God, compare them with the Qur'an and Sunnah. Ask, does this suggest limitation, fatigue, or rest? Remember, Allah is beyond comparison. Remember, Allah never tires. Remember, Allah never rests. Remember, Allah's power is absolute. Do not let human imagination dictate your understanding of the Creator. 7. Closing thought for Chapter 5. My brothers and sisters, misunderstanding Allah is dangerous because it distorts your faith, weakens your trust, and can mislead your worship. But Islam provides clarity. Islam protects the heart from misconceptions. Islam teaches that the one who created the universe is perfect, eternal, and endlessly powerful. And when we reflect on this truth, our faith strengthens, our reliance grows, and our love and fear of Allah balance perfectly. The perfect Lord, why understanding Allah's power strengthens your faith. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. My dear brothers and sisters, we have now traveled together through the majesty of Allah. In Chapter 1, we learned about His perfection and uniqueness. In Chapter 2, we saw how He created the universe effortlessly. In Chapter 3, we refuted the idea that God rests like humans. In Chapter 4, we reflected on the signs of His endless power in the universe. In Chapter 5, we examined how misunderstanding Allah can mislead people. Now, in Chapter 6, we conclude with the practical and spiritual benefits of understanding Allah's perfect nature and how this knowledge transforms our faith, our lives, and our worship. 1. Strengthening tawakkul, complete reliance on Allah. When you understand that Allah never tires, never rests, and never weakens, your reliance, tawakkul, becomes firm. You trust that your prayers are heard, even when the answer is delayed. You trust that Allah's wisdom controls every situation. You trust that no difficulty is too great for Him. A believer who truly understands this will never despair. Even in the face of trials, knowing Allah is perfect and powerful gives inner peace and unwavering confidence. 2. Increasing worship and devotion. Understanding Allah's perfection deepens your devotion. When you pray, you know you are speaking to the one who controls all creation. When you give charity, you know Allah can provide for all creatures, including you. When you fast, you know Allah sees your intentions and rewards perfectly. Allah does not tire of your worship, and He never becomes overwhelmed. This removes doubt and inspires sincere, consistent, and heartfelt worship. 3. Balanced fear and hope in Allah. Knowledge of Allah's endless power creates a balance in the believer's heart. Fear, you fear His displeasure, knowing He observes all actions and thoughts. Hope, Raja, you hope in His mercy, knowing He never grows tired of forgiving those who repent. This balance is essential. A weak understanding of Allah can lead to arrogance, despair, or negligence. A strong understanding ensures your faith is steady and your actions are sincere. 4. Appreciation of creation as a sign of Allah's majesty. Every creature, every star, every drop of water, every heartbeat is a sign of Allah's perfection. The rising sun reminds you of His power. The flowing river reminds you of His provision. The blooming flower reminds you of His wisdom. Your own life reminds you of His mercy. When you internalize that all creation is sustained effortlessly, your heart grows in gratitude, humility, and awe. 5. Protection from misguidance. Understanding Allah's perfection protects the believer from false beliefs. You will not fall into thinking God is limited. You will not accept teachings that humanize the Creator. You will remain firm in Tawhīd, the pure belief in Allah's oneness. This clarity safeguards your faith and guides your family, your children, and the people around you. 6. Practical takeaways for daily life. Beloved brothers and sisters, here are some ways to apply this knowledge in your life. Pray with certainty. Every prayer reaches Allah because He never tires or rests. Trust in His plan. Challenges are part of creation. He controls all effortlessly. Reflect on creation daily. The stars, the oceans, the rain, all remind you of His perfection. Guard your heart against false teachings. Share the truth of Allah's perfection with others. Increase your gratitude. Recognize that every blessing comes from the One who never weakens. By internalizing these principles, your faith strengthens, your reliance grows, and your life becomes a reflection of Islamic understanding. My brothers and sisters, remember this. Allah created the heavens and the earth without rest, fatigue, or weakness. Allah sustains all creation effortlessly, eternally, and perfectly. Allah never becomes tired of your worship or merciful towards you. Understanding this truth strengthens your faith, protects your heart, and guides your actions. Take this knowledge into your prayers, into your family, and into your daily life. Let it remind you that your Lord is perfect, your Lord is powerful, and your Lord is endlessly merciful. Brothers and sisters, if this message strengthened your heart, comment below what you learned from this series. Share this video with your friends, family, and community. Let others benefit from this reminder. Like the video to help it reach more believers around the world. Subscribe to Wisdom from a Minbar with Mallam JIJI for more Islamic reminders that enlighten hearts and minds. May Allah increase your faith, strengthen your reliance, and fill your hearts with awe and gratitude. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, my dear brothers and sisters, we have reached the end of this important reminder. Today we learned something that strengthens every Muslim's akidah. Allah created the world without rest, without fatigue, and without weakness. He is not like His creation. He does not sleep. He does not tire. He does not need relief. He simply says be, and it becomes. This truth separates Islam from every man-made belief system. It reminds us that Allah is eternal, perfect, and absolutely powerful. And it reminds us that we, His servants, must never compare Him to creation or accept teachings that weaken our understanding of Him. My beloved listeners, as we close today, take this message with you into your home, your school, your workplace, and your heart. Teach it to your children. Hold on to it whenever doubt tries to enter your mind. And now, my family from Wisdom from the Minbar, I have a humble request. If this message touched your heart, comment below. Tell us what you learned. Share this video with your friends, your family, and your WhatsApp groups. Let someone else benefit. Like the video to help it reach more Muslims across the world. And most importantly, subscribe to Wisdom from the Minbar with Mallam JIJI. Your subscription and engagement are not just numbers. They're Sadaqah Yariyah, a continuous reward for you and for us. As long as someone benefits from these reminders, may Allah reward you for supporting this dawah. May He grant you light in your heart, clarity in your mind, and firmness in your deen. Until we meet again in the next episode. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.